A common language, a common border, but somehow worlds apart. A Somaliland activist offers some perspective on Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, Somali fraud in Minnesota, and more. Next. Amid growing tensions, significant backlash, and violent threats, my next guest here is wishing to remain anonymous. We're going to call her Sonia for this interview to help protect her identity. Sonia, thank you so much for being brave and speaking out.
Thank you, Liz Collins. Thank you, Alpha News, for inviting me. I truly appreciate you, and I'm honored to be here with you.
Well, we certainly appreciate it. I know there's a lot to talk about here, but before we get into the details, I do think it's important for people to understand the cultural similarities and differences between what is the Republic of Somaliland and Somalia, and how these are playing out in Minnesota right now. So, Sonia, what can you tell us about that?
So the Republic of Somaliland is a country in East Africa, in the Horn of Africa, by the Gulf of Eden, a very strategic location for most of the world, to be honest, and also very critical for U.S. national security and trade. And to the east of Somaliland, we are bordered by Somalia. So Somaliland is a country. We have a distinct culture. One of the big differences between Somaliland and Somalia is the adherence to the rule of law. The people of Somaliland truly believe in the rule of law. This is something that we have always adhered to, is in our customary laws. The main goal of Somalia is to erase Somaliland from the map because they want our strategic location.
So, Sonia, over the past few years, as the never-ending trials, it seems, in the Feeding Our Future scandal have been playing out, we've been hearing more and more about what has now become known as Somali fraud in Minnesota. Where do people from Somaliland fit into all of this? Or I guess, do they, is the question.
You can look at the Feeding Our Future scam. I think out of the 78, I think 76 are from Somalia, and I think 2 are Americans. That also shows you that there is a distinctiveness here, and there is a common trust amongst the people of Somaliland. You can see that because Somalilanders believe in the rule of law, they thrive in countries like the United States of America. We have people in from Somaliland who are in America, who have very good, high-paying jobs, very decent jobs, and I think it's because of this adherence to the rule of law and different cultures.
In a way, Sonia, it seems that you weren't even surprised about this fraud in Minnesota.
Absolutely not. We saw it coming because we used to wonder, why are people not talking about this? We were always seeing stories, Somali gangs, Somali murders, Somali theft. We asked ourselves, how is it possible? A small group of people, Somalians are not many in the United States, but they were able to get away with so much. I think the people of Somalia are a direct reflection of the Somalian government and its ability to manipulate, its ability to deceive, its ability to act vulnerable, to always blame, scapegoat, and gaslight. For example, if I spoke out about Somalia, this is the names they call me. They call me a Christian lover, Galra. They say that you are secessionist. They say you are separatist. So only the strong can truly withstand the onslaught. The attack is so massive and vast. A Caucasian person in America, if that person is told that, oh, you are anti-Muslim, you are anti-Black, so people are silenced.
Along with all the fraud, Minnesota Congresswoman Ilhan Omar has been facing increasing scrutiny these past few weeks, with comments recently from President Trump calling for her to be investigated, even demands for her deportation. But as someone who's been an activist for Somaliland, not Somalia, what is your perspective on her personally and politically as well, Sonia?
So these people from Somaliland are highly persecuted. So many of them tend not to speak up. Ilhan Omar is someone that I know isn't telling the American people the truth. She is in the Democratic Party. She talks about democracy. She talks about human rights. But Ilhan Omar disregards 6 to 8 million people that are Muslims, by the way, that are black, by the way, that are found in Somaliland. She called us Somali Iskusheg, meaning those who call themselves Somali. Ilhan Omar has lied to the American people. I don't truly know how to give back to America, but I know that I'm an American patriot, that when we had nothing, this country gave me everything. She scapegoats the people who call out her ineffectiveness, because I haven't seen Ilhan Omar demanding accountability in Minnesota. She's pointing fingers, calling everybody a racist, an Islamophobe. So to me, Ilhan Omar is a fraud, and I'm hoping that justice knocks on her door very soon.
Sonia, thank you again for speaking out and helping us better understand the situation here in Minnesota.
Thank you so much, Liz. I truly appreciate you. I appreciate Alpha News. Thank you so much.
That will do it for this episode of Liz Collin Reports. We'll see you next time.